So a very, very warm welcome to the call again. And where are we emotionally today? And where are we? When I talk about emotions, then what are we emoting at this time? Is it magic? Is it a meditative state? Is it something more than that? And whenever we talk about the emotions, that is actually self-explaining, self-explanatory, talks about energy in motion is emotion. So where are we centered and where are we operating from? And everywhere that we are operating from, that is the emotion that we are getting to experience in this moment. So sometimes it is very tough for us to get back there, ask ourselves, where am I emoting from? And whenever we try and get back there, it is a space which we are well aware of, but somehow we've not ever tried and tuned into that space. And is it great to be in emotion, is my question. And is it a space that is an expansive space? And is it a space that is going to take us forward? Yeah. Because sometimes I have noticed very closely, each time we get to the emoting space, the emotion, people are not liking it much. It's not a space of appreciation any which way for them. And they always keep taking things in that you are really emotional. Yeah. And they will talk about what makes you so emotional. And each time the word emotion comes up, I think it has a negative tangent to it more than a positive tangent attached to that. The beauty is, we will come to Manmeet's question today. The beauty is that the emotion is so beautiful because it keeps talking about us. Yeah. And it is not interested in anyone else other than me, myself. Not interested in the people around. Yeah. And our blueprint is so closely associated with the emotion that I'm functioning from. Why? Because all of us in our bodies have an emotional guiding system. Yeah. So every time our bodies are guided, and actually they are guided every second, they are basically going back to what is my emotional guiding system. Yeah. And everywhere that I find some kind of a wrongness in it, what is it? That I'm always functioning from the third dimension. Yeah. Actually, it is a time of moving to the fourth dimension. Now you'll ask, what is third dimension? Yeah. Because obviously we've not studied what is third dimension. Third dimension is when we function from being divided. Yeah. And all of us have heard about the left brain functioning and the right brain functioning. Yeah. And what does the left brain and the right brain talk about? It talks about right, wrong, good, bad. Okay. So each time we get to the duality, each time we get to the best, better, worse, each time we get to a space of comparison, each time we are getting to the space of ego, we are functioning from the third dimension. Yeah. And the moment we step into the fourth dimension, you will see the more I'm functional in the fourth dimension, the lesser of comparison, the lesser of good, bad comes. Okay? You will be like, people will be more acceptable to you the way they function. Yeah? And there will be much lesser judgment in your universe than you were functioning when you were functioning from totally the third dimension. Yeah. And that is why people who have done access consciousness here, many of you have, many of you have not. Yeah. Somewhere when we come to the bars, and somewhere when we say that when I cannot perceive a bar on the head of the one whom you're running the bars about, he says, you talk about the fifth dimension, the sixth dimension, the seventh dimension, the eighth dimension, the ninth dimension, the 10th dimension, the 11th dimension, 12th dimension, the 13th dimension, and get back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get that? So now what is it? It is talking about the dimensions which you have not been able to tune in yet. However, they are there in you. They are there in you. But we have not been able to tap into that dimension, and anything which I cannot tap into, it cannot function within me, isn't it? Like, how is it? Like you find the pulse on your body. Yeah, the doctor finds the pulse on your body. So what is it? When he steps onto the pulse of your body, he starts getting to know, he starts perceiving where your body is functioning and what is missing in your body. Okay. But if he does not touch your body, he doesn't get to the pulse of you. Similarly, we cannot get to the pulse of that dimension if we have not stepped into that. Yeah. So everywhere, this is giving you some kind of density in the head and giving you some kind of a confusion. Let that just go away. And even if you do not understand it, the bodies are understanding. Why? Because we always desire to understand from the mind. However, the body is always receiving. Yeah. Because each one of us does not have to teach it. Yeah. So when we come to the teaching aspect, obviously you have to derive clarity and then you have to impart that clarity so that whoever is participating, they get to some next level, whatever level is meant for them. Yeah. So everywhere, coming back to the emotion, everywhere that we do not appreciate the emotional guiding system of our bodies, which are so true. They can't fake you. Where have we learned faking? We've learned faking in this reality. However, the body is not learned that. We, through our minds, have learned that. Yeah. The body is absolutely transparent. Yeah. So everywhere that we do not get to the transparency, and everywhere that we live the translucent world. Yeah. And what is the translucency? Somewhat, it is like vague, it is like hazy. Translucent means it is like hazy. Everywhere that we have been operating in our lives from the translucency of it, never getting to what is transparent. Yeah. And I have started viewing English from a very different way. I've never ever always studied in amazing institutions, but I could never perceive English like this, like I do now. Yeah. And when we talk about any word, it is so beautifully explaining itself. You don't have to ever get to the dictionary. Yeah. That when we talk about the word transparency, it is telling you if you are transparent, you will always be in a trance. Okay. And how is it that we look absolutely like our parents? It might not be the facial features, genetics. Okay. And do you know what does transparency mean when we come from the conscious universe? Yeah. That if I am transparent, I am as beautiful as the source. Why? Because the source is my parent. Yeah. And when I'm not, then I'm always in the translucency of this world, which most of the times keeps me in the gray area. It does not allow me to tune into that transparency which I came here with. Yeah? And everywhere that I always fall short of that transparency, I get to that space of questioning, why do I keep emoting? Yeah. And that emotion could be fear in this moment because we are taking up Manmeet's question. So coming back to her question, and any which way, whatever I've explained, I just touched some part of you. Yeah. And there is something which has seeped into you, might be just the tip of it. Yeah. And everything that always keeps you in that jigsaw puzzle, बहुत इंटेंस रहता है, बहुत डीप होती है ना? थोड़ा समझ हमेशा कम ही रहती है, isn't it? है ना? हमेशा कम ही रहती है समझ. तो मुझे ऐसे लगता है जब जब हम प्रेजेंट नहीं होना चाहते या हो पाते, माइट भी चाहना है मगर हो नहीं पाते, क्योंकि ना दिमाग को इतना दौड़ लगाने की आदत रहती है ना. Yeah, it'll be tuned into 1,000 things, but not here. है ना? मगर फिर भी I wanted to be here. तो Zoom तो खोल लिया मगर हूँ फिर भी यहाँ नहीं. Yeah. So everywhere that keeps coming up time and again, then you have to keep asking yourself, what stops me from being present? Present to, and generally it will be you notice yourself and see everything which is most essential for you and vital, no? You will not be present. वो ही चीज नहीं सुनती, बाकी सब सुनती हैं. कितने इंटेलिजेंट है. Yeah. And we'll be right there 40 minutes in the class. Yeah. But the thing is, this is the thing which is most vital. And I just do not want to be there. Yeah. So everywhere, that things which are so vital, we keep it away. What is the reason? Yeah. And anything which is vital will give vitality. Is that not? Anything which is vital for you will give you vitality. But we do not want to be there. Yeah. So everywhere that we have not been able to step up, tune in, and vital. What is vital? Vital is breath, no? That is vital. So till the time I do not tune into that, but I keep breathing. Yeah. But I don't want to tune into that. Why? Because, I'll spend some 5 minutes, we'll have to center it down, we'll have to watch it, we'll have to go to the navel. कम वक्त कौन करे? नहीं, जो जो ऊपर ऊपर रहता है वो कर लेते हैं ना, तो टाइम पास होता रहता है. Yeah. But the thing is, what stops us? Why do we behave like that? That everything that is vital and gives us vitality, we will always keep that away. Yeah. This is the human in us. This is the human bit in us. And everywhere that we start noticing that, and then keep asking, how much do you desire to still be in the third dimension? Are you actually desiring to step up? Are you, and if you are, then what stops you from not being there? Because everywhere that I desire to be from my core, I have always been there. I've always been there. Come what may, whoever might have stopped me, but I was there. Even if we had a fight when we got back home, still we were there. So that means अभी ना वो चीज रॉक बॉटम नहीं हिट करी हुई है ना. और आप जनरली देखेंगे थोड़ा सा बेटर फील करेंगे ना, थोड़ा सा बेटर फील करेंगे, फिर कॉन्शियसनेस चूज करनी बंद कर देंगे, है ना. क्यों? क्योंकि माया का काम ही है. वो कहती है क्यों तुम इमोशनल गाइडिंग सिस्टम पे जाओगे ना, मेरे सिस्टम से ट्यून इन रहो ना, है ना. मेरे तो दोस्त ही कम हुए जा रहे हैं, सारे कॉन्शियसनेस चूज करते रहेंगे, तो मेरी तो दोस्ताना यहाँ पे रहूंगी किसके किसके आधार पर. Yeah, so it will come and keep telling you, testing you, keep asking you. Yeah, come back, come back. It will make such इतना magnetic throw होगा वो कि आप वहां चले जाएंगे, है ना. तो अब आप देखिए आपके लिए क्या इम्पोर्टेंट है और क्या आपकी जिंदगी को वाइटैलिटी देगा, है ना. तो जो जो चीज वाइटल है उस चीज में हम जब जब कॉन्शियसली ट्यून इन करेंगे, है ना, से एक चीज है हमारा इमोशनल गाइडिंग सिस्टम. एंड एवरीथिंग कीप्स अस अवे फ्रॉम दैट. आर यू इन दिस टाइम रेडी टू एलिमिनेट दैट बैलेंस, especially keeping in context the masculine energy?
Yes.
And everywhere that something keeps holding you, and everything that always still keeps you in the imbalance, and everywhere that this fishiness comes from, and all the past, present, futures, and all the lifetimes that you have lived with that, everything that shows up for you, are you in this time ready to eliminate, destroy, dissipate, evaporate, and release? And everything that is showing up as a tightness in the heart center is still in this time.
Yes, it is there.
It is already talking about that. Can you just breathe into that? You don't have to answer any of what I'm saying. Just listen. And everywhere the duality always keeps taking us over. It always keeps functioning, never allowing us to step out of the third dimension, to get into the fourth and all the dimensions that are waiting for us, to tune into them, to have a crystal clear, authentic, expansive life. And everywhere that all the oaths that you have taken, I shall do everything, but not this. So all the lifetimes behind you, where you hated men, where you were succumbed to injuries by men, everywhere that you were raped by men, everywhere that you were mutilated by men, everywhere that you were suppressed by men, everywhere that you were looked down upon men, by men, everywhere that their eyes were gnawing at you, everywhere that suppressed energy is still functional, alive, kicking. Everywhere the residual energies Rest still working in your heart center. The anchored energies of pain, the anchored energies of insufficiency, the anchored energies of you are nothing great, the anchored energies of you are worth just rejection, the anchored energies of you are just not good enough, the anchored energies of struggling, the anchored energies of intensity, the anchored energies of the pressure, everything that is that you're holding on to, everything that is making you hold on to all these anchored energies which do not allow you to get into balance, and the memories that are stored so deeply in the cells of the body that are still alive and functional, and that are triggered in the presence of any masculine energy around you. That stirs everything inside. Everything that brings up for you. Are you in this time ready to let all of that go?
Yes.
Free you of pain, free you of the residual, free you of the anchored, and just freeing you completely from the cellular level, and hold the square root of -1. And everywhere that you have subtracted, minused yourself, and could never be the strutting energy, a confident one, a stable one, everything that brings up for you. Are you in this time ready to let all of that go?
Yes.
All of us, let's get to the heart center, please. The center of your chest, below the rib cage, is your heart center. Let's go to that. Everywhere that we have called the other gender, the opposite sex, can we just get ourselves to the other sex, and there's nothing opposite about them. And everywhere that our thinking, our thoughts, the stories behind, they always keep us there. Are you in this time ready to release that? The divine feminine and the divine masculine. All of us have that. But getting everything to a balance is what is most required. And whenever we cannot get to a balance, for we do not know that which part is is actually so full of weight that it makes you bend that side. And the weight is of the history that is stored in your cells. Because in the lifetimes behind, we have been males and we have been females too. There is history to the male energy in us, and there is history to the female energy in us. However, everything is not problematic. There are just a few things which will keep showing up in our bodies, in our lives, as symptoms, in our relationships, in somewhere or the other, which is always talking about you are bent this side. And since that is not cognitive, it will keep coming back to us in a million ways. The emotional guiding system will keep guiding you. This is where you are waiting. Just let loose of that. However, if you have not been able to pinpoint that, you will still keep living with that. And the symptom will keep coming back to you. But once you have pinpointed that, then the reversal starts. Even in this moment, there is a lot that is happening in the heart center. Why? Because the heart center talks about love. And you know what is the opposite of love? The opposite of love is fear. And everywhere that you keep fearing, or you have been fearing in the past, it will show up as lovelessness in this lifetime. And especially for people who do not have partners and they desire one. However, they do not find people who are adequately aligned, or they are not as per what you desire and dream. 99.9%, there is an imbalance of the masculine and the feminine. Until the time the residual energies are not cleared up, the energy block will be there with you. You will feel one way, but you will act the other way unknowingly. This is called misalignment. Like we have the 4 tires to a car. If all the 4 are not aligned, then our car wobbles. Similarly, when we have misaligned energies, and in this moment we are talking about the masculine and the feminine, it will show up as a wobbly, uncentered relationship if you have one, or It will never allow you to come as close to the person as you have dreamt and desired. And everywhere that our subconscious shows up, it is actually triggering the right thing as per your emotional guiding system. And you keep wondering, why is this happening? What makes me do that? Everything that does not allow you to align with that masculine. And everywhere that the masculine is not aligned with the feminine, or the feminine with the masculine, is now the time to center it out. The source is all love. And when anything that happens in our life which is not a vibrational match to the source, it will start emoting in our bodies as whatever fear, worry, anxiety, mismatch, divorces, whatever. And the emotional guiding system is so transparent because it will always keep you guided towards the parent that is the source. Source that is full of love and all love. And everywhere, the heart center has been the effect of that. It is the seed of green fertility, love. And everything that keeps you farther away, disassociated with it, from it. Will you just get back to your heart center and start expanding? And in the expansion, let's release all that we have stored as anchored energy through the breath. And it's not that in the past lifetimes, any of the episodes that happened to you were just from your partners. It could be from any masculine energy. Let's come to the heart center and release that. Let's get to the heart center one more time. Keeping the entire focus of your attention there. Being one with that. There is a lot of solidity there. Everything that keeps you close to that solidity, not allowing you to release all that you can in this moment. clearing your subconscious for all times to come. And everywhere that we have been not liking the other gender, everywhere, even today in our conversations, we let them down. Thinking that might balance it out. Can we just release that? And as we release that, let's visualize that we've created a window there. A window that today we are willing to open. Open to love. Love from the source. And let's keep that window wide open as the golden rays of the Supreme enter that window. And heal all the wounds of time that we have had as experience. And that experience is yet stored inside our bodies. And everywhere that golden light seeps into our heart center, it starts spreading. Spreading in length and breadth and width and height and depth and width everywhere. And let that light travel up your chest, to your shoulders, to your neck, to your face, to the third eye, to the crown, and let that go out. And again back to your crown, to the face, to the throat, to the chest, to the heart center. Let's take a long deep breath, release here. We can always inhale from the nose, exhale with an open mouth. Let's take the slide down, clearing off our bodies. getting that space in the body to transparency, taking that light further down, further down, to your genitals, and from the genitals, let's take that light full of power down through our thighs. Let's take it to the knees. Let's heal these knees. Let's take it to the calf muscles. Let's take it to your heels. Let's take it to the feet. Let's take this light low to the earth. And all the people who have been in the pain of this masculine and feminine imbalance and have not been able to pinpoint or decipher what is it like. But the pain has been injurious to their health and their well-being. Let's give this light to all of them on the planet. May they always follow their emotional guiding system. And may they allow themselves to emote and not suppress with this excruciating pain, as they always hold back sharing this particular topic with the fear of what people will think about them, of what and how people will react to this sharing of theirs. This is a time to get back to balance, as it's time to get back to source. And everywhere that these wounds, the invisible wounds of time, have been pulsating inside, and the pus in the wounds has really been so painful that they have never been able to let that out. May this light heal those wounds of time and dimension, and everything behind that they had to face. Everything that does not allow that. Are you in this time, ready to just lift all that toxic, to guide them to light, to guide them to well-being, to guide them to balance, to guide them to joy. Just be with this energy for a while. These wounds are quite deep. Let's give them time to heal. As the bodies are vibrating, and you can feel the vibration of ease and space that each one of us has created, contributing to the planet as well. Whenever you desire to open up your eyes and come back, you can. Yeah, so Manmeet, something cleared here.
Only 1% happiness is there in the heart. Rest is all gone.
So nice. That'll go
Only
to
1%.
give yourself some time. Yeah. And everybody here on call, let's keep ourselves hydrated. Yeah. And when I say hydrated, जितना भी पानी पीते हैं उससे काफी ज्यादा पिएंगे, कॉन्शियसली पिएंगे, क्योंकि जो जो भी चीजें हिली रहती हैं अंदर से, या जो भी टॉक्सिन्स हम हिला पाए, so that let those toxins just flow out of your body, क्योंकि अब उनकी जरूरत नहीं है हमें. Yeah, and when we say water, पानी ही होता है. There is no other liquid उसका substitute नहीं रहता है. Okay. So let's have a lot of it. Yeah.